Hey there, grumpy old fart here. With the old whistle. You gotta have good coffee in your life. Alright, I'm doing another conspiracies proven video on subliminal manipulation. And for those of you who don't know what that is, this is where people can manipulate you to do things and you don't even know you're being manipulated. It's because it takes place in your subconscious. There's long been a conspiracy theory claiming that people can be influenced subconsciously by messaging they may not be aware of. This conspiracy theory about subliminal advertising has been around since before the 1950s. Long time. As I understand it, back in the, I want to say it's in the 30s and 40s, in movie theaters they were flashing, they'd insert a frame in the film so that it only happens, a hundredth of a second or whatever, however long one frame goes by, with a 1 or 2 word message. Now you don't see it, but your mind picks it up. Your subconscious picks it up in the back of your head. And for example, you are thirsty, you're hungry, popcorn, that kind of thing. And the idea was to get you to buy more stuff. Now, this conspiracy theory has, like I said, it's been around since before the 50s. The hidden, there's a movie. There's a book called The Hidden Persuaders by Vince Packer. It was published in 1957. This book describes the tactics used by advertisers to manipulate consumers into purchasing products. The books, that they want you to buy. The book spent 1 year on the New York Times bestseller list. That's a long time. The idea of subliminal messaging is to sell more stuff, to manipulate people into buying more stuff. In the 1960s, there was a television set, and I talked about this in another video, a television set called the Brunswick. They produced this television set called the Brunswick. This television apparently, according to the report, sent out pulses during commercials, which compelled anyone watching to purchase whatever was being advertised. The late great Roddy Piper made an example, a hypothetical example, I think. You buy the TV, you put it in your house. The guy, the family's watching. The guy goes to work. He comes home, and the wife has went out and bought 20 pounds of dog food, and they don't even have a dog. That kind of thing. It was insidious, and then later on they found out. That there was a thing in a button or a device in the machine in the television. During commercials, it could tell when the commercials came on, and it would just send out these pulses that manipulated you into buying stuff. Yeah, that was back in the 60s. Television has long been used to manipulate and brainwash people, and you don't even need that button for that. It's just the sheer repetition of lies. The Brunswick affair, the television thing, was in the 1960s. Imagine the technology that they have now. It's just amazing. Anyone who listens to the mainstream media news on a constant basis is subjected to a form of brainwashing called propaganda. Everyone today carries a portable receiver and a transmitter with a computer inside it. Everybody does. They're all over the place. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting one. Yeah, they're called cell phones. We know for a fact that they use it to spy on us. That came out in government documents. It's been admitted. Anytime you get a cell phone, they are spying on you. How much of a leap is it to think that they might be transmitting signals on a frequency that we can't hear, but that will affect our minds nonetheless? You're carrying this thing in your pocket. Imagine what signals it's broadcasting that you don't even know about. And then you put it to your head to talk. It's right there. Just saying. MK Ultra was a proven government program. It dealt with mind control. I did a video on that. It's very insidious. In the past, the powers that be the powers in advertising, I'm sorry, use subliminal messaging to influence purchasing. Imagine the level of outright mind control that's going on with the level of technology in our current society. It's staggering what they can and can't do with technology. Elon Musk has written a computer program for mind control. I did this in a video, one of my Technophobe videos. Our children are being dumbed down and indoctrinated into whatever mindset they want to put it in. And if I talk about the specifics here, my channel might get banned, so I can't do it. However, our children are being subjected to mind-altering drugs. Oh no, he's got ADHD. We got to put him on drugs. Propaganda through the television, even in cartoons these days. Cultural manipulation. You have to call people by their appropriate pronouns and like that. Cultural manipulation. Moral and spiritual decline, which has been engineered. It's proven. All that stuff is engineered. Our moral. There's a term called the Overton window, which is what people will get away with. Will allow you to get away with. The idea is you want to move the people want to move that Overton window more to their way of thinking, and it happens on both sides. But the insidious part is when they shift. They'll propose something way radical way over there, and of course you say no. But then they propose something in the middle, and you go, well, compromise. That Overton window just shifted. You see what I'm saying? The Overton window. Glenn Beck wrote a really good book on it. There's the sequel to that is called The Eye of Moloch. 2 really great books. I highly recommend them. But the moral and spiritual decline, the Overton window for the moral and spiritual wellness of our people is shifting. Okay? 30 years ago, there were certain things in our society that are going on today that wouldn't have been allowed. And there are people who go, well, we're progressing. No, we're not. College professors. We're actually declining. College professors are indoctrinating children into their way of thinking. And the vast majority of them are communists. High school teachers are doing the exact same thing. High schools are having to follow line with this cultural manipulation and this moral and spiritual decline. It's absolutely sickening. Grade school teachers are doing the exact same thing with little kids. There is so much subliminal manipulation going on in our society today that it's not even acknowledged anymore. It's assumed it's already happening. We just don't realize it. And by that I mean people know that they're being manipulated. They just don't care anymore. They've just moved past it, and I don't understand that. We have a number of streaming services, but we're very careful what we watch. We do not have cable TV anymore because we got tired of the mainstream media lying to us constantly. This manipulation is in fact happening. If you want my advice, here you go. Turn off your cable news and be careful of the programming that your children watch. A very evil person once said, "Give me the children, and in 20 years I'll give you the society." And that's broadly paraphrased. That's not an exact quote, but that was the intention. And they're doing it to our kids now. They're manipulating our children, and they're doing it to get to us. They're playing the long game, as it were. This manipulation is insidious, and it is happening. Mark my words. Don't even pretend that it's not. Anybody who says it's not is either hopelessly lost already, or they're lying because they're part of the problem. They're the ones helping to do it. Either way, Just be careful what your kids watch. Be careful what you watch. Turn off the mainstream media television. Holy crap. I mention this in another video the other day in a movie review. My wife and I were trying, a TV series review, excuse me. I did Night Court. We were trying to find something good to watch on television because we needed something to watch. We were running out of good stuff because all of our normal shows that we watch are on hiatus. You know, it's between seasons and whatever. So we were looking for something to watch, and we had to go back 30-something years to Night Court to find something good to watch. That's pretty sad. And everybody always thought that was pretty left-leaning, pretty liberal-minded, pretty left-leaning. But compared to today, it's okay. You know, not as funny as I remember, but it's okay. So yeah, don't fool yourself into thinking this isn't happening. It is real. It is happening, and it's not just at the theater anymore. Hope this finds everybody well. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all.